So, is this fragrance worth buying? I don't know. Let's dig into it. We're fixing to talk about a fragrance from a house that is making its rounds right now at TJ Maxx, Burlington, different fragrance shops, and it is the Rich List. They don't give their fragrances names. They just call it the Rich List. This particular one is a clone of, well, the king of clones. It's a clone of one of the most popular fragrances ever, and that fragrance would be Creed's Aventus. So, you want to know what my thoughts are on the Rich List? Is it worth the $12.99 that you're going to pay for it, or should you just leave it alone? Meet me on the other side of this intro, and we're going to get into the Rich List and a few other fragrances that I have that have the same scent profile. Which do I think is better? Let's see. I'll see you in just a second. What's going on, everybody? Fixing my shirt there. It is your boy Trey Scents. Listen, we got a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion for you. But before I get into that, I want to thank you. I want to thank you all for always returning to the scene of the crime and being a great part of this channel. Listen, you guys are greatly appreciated. You are the channel. I'm just the guy that sits on this side of it. Without you, I'm just sitting here talking to myself. And I do that enough anyway. Just wanted you guys to know that I greatly appreciate you, appreciate the views, I appreciate the subs, the comments, everything that you guys do for me, the likes, the sharing of the videos. Hey, this channel is slowly growing, but it's growing. We're doing it the right way, the old-fashioned way, one sub at a time. And I just wanted to take a minute to tell y'all, I appreciate you. Thanks. From the bottom of my heart, sincerely, thank you. Now, let's get into this little discussion here. My boy, Razor Ramon, the barber, hit me up and he was like, because me and him talked, and he was like, Trey, man, because he's from South Alabama. And I pick with him all the time because South Alabama and North Alabama are completely different. And I'll make this quick. But I pick with him all the time. And he's like, Trey, man, hit me up, man. If you find that Rich List, man, let me know. Pick it up for me. So I did, because he reminds me of Pimp C. If I'm Tone Loc, he Pimp C. But anyway, here it is. And this to me is an absolutely stunning bottle. Two of my favorite colors, blue and gold, representing that Notre Dame. And I picked this up for him, but I'm going to review it before I send it to him. Also, I may go back and find me a bottle of this just to add to my collection, because I do think this bottle is stunning. Now, to what you want to know. Is this fragrance worth the money? Is it worth $12, or should you just leave it alone? Especially if you have this one, Mont Blanc Explorer, or this one, English Laundries London. Now this is the EDP. This is the EDP. I had the EDT and the EDP of English Laundries London. Honestly, the EDP performs better. The only way I know how to tell you to tell them apart is if you buy them, when you buy them, look at the box. That is the only way that I've known to tell them apart, is the box. One will say EDT and one will say EDP. The EDP does perform a little bit better, but it's not a monster performer. And then I have two from Kevin Holt over at Sensual Obsessions. I have the King of Kings, and again, guys, when I tell you about a fragrance, or I tell you that I wear a fragrance, I really wear these fragrances. I'm not just telling you that because it sounds cool, or it's something to get on camera and say. That's not me. When I tell you I wear these fragrances, I wear them. King of Kings from Sensual Obsession, and the King from Sensual Obsession. Now, real quick, the difference in these two: fruity, more vanilla. Fruity, more vanilla. So Now, okay, gonna get right into it. I'm gonna hit myself. I've already hit myself with the rich list, and I gotta tell you, it smells good. I gotta tell you, it smells good. For $12.99 and a fragrance that you can have in your hand, not have to wait for it to be shipped or anything, it smells good. Is it going to outperform the King of Kings? I don't know. That's what we're here to find out. Oh, that smells really good. Inside joke. Man, that smells good. Oh, man. It's hard to beat. Now, the scent profile of this is spot on. It is spot on. I wish I knew more about the rich list. I wish I knew whether this was an EDP, an EDT concentration. I'm gonna guess it's an EDT. And if you're looking for a really fruity batch of Aventus, look no further. This is it. This doesn't have that smoky, that birch, none of that's in there. Does it smell better than Sensual Obsessions version? I don't know. All I know is for $12.99, I am not mad at this at all. Now, I'm going to compare it to this English Laundry EDP and see what I think. And again, my favorite colors here, blue and gold. Levels on this one are right about here. Okay, right off the bat, you get a difference in quality. Right off the bat, I'm going to give a nod to the rich list and a nod to Sensual Obsessions because there is a little bit different in the quality. Now, as this dries down, which is the English Laundry, it comes a little bit closer, but right off the top, the English Laundry smells good, but it's a little bit off-putting, especially after smelling the other two. It doesn't smell bad at all, but it just doesn't smell as natural and as expensive. The rich list smells, to my nose, it smells pretty expensive. And if you've had Sensual Obsessions, you already know the quality of it. I had another one from 3-in-1, but I used it all up. That joint was banging. It smelled really, really good. Man, it's nice. Those two are really, really close. That Sensual Obsessions and that rich list. I mean, these two are really, really, really close. This one has a little bit richer of a smell. This may be an EDT concentration. I don't know. I don't know. Of course, the rich list wins in bottle presentation, but still something about a very simplistic bottle. And I cannot wear the bottle, just the juice that's in it. Man. I mean, both of these smell good. Both of those smell good. I guess it's just a matter of, do you want to wait on something to be shipped, or do you want to have it in your hand right there? You're taking a chance. If you go out looking for it, you may find it, you may not. As my boy Razor couldn't find it up on the East Coast. He's in Virginia, could not find it. I've seen several bottles down here in Alabama, so I picked him one up. Those two, both of those smell good. So I think I could just about answer my question before I even spray the other two on, which is Mont Blanc Explorer. And again, I took, yes, for those of you who are going to catch it, I took the black leathery thing off of here. I will eventually clean the bottle up. The reason for that is I bought this bottle from an individual. It is authentic. I took it off. There's the Mont Blanc emblem in the cap that you can use as a championship ring, and then the bottle, because it smelled like smoke and I didn't want to put it in my collection, and I just couldn't get the smell of smoke out of that leather. Now, glass does not hold the smell, so. All of these smell really, really good. This one is the most expensive one on the list. So far, the Rich List, which I just sprayed it on, is holding its own. It's not fading. And that the fruitiness in that Sensual Obsessions, the King, is really coming to the top, and I like that, which is probably why I have worn it as much as I have. It's coming to the top. I love that fragrance, especially in the summertime. And it is a compliment getter. When I wear that sucker to work, man. Now that they've stayed on my wrist and my hand just a little bit longer, I have to say that the Sensual Obsessions is starting to pull away just a little bit. The King of Kings is starting to edge it out just a little bit, which I think the King of Kings is going to be a little bit more expensive of a fragrance for less amount of juice, but you'll need less juice with the King of Kings. I mean, you're just going to need 3 to 4 sprays of that potent juice. Yeah, it's starting to. Now, I will say this though, the Rich List is starting to get a little bit more Aventus-like, as it's starting to get a little bit more of that birch smell coming to the front, which I know I just said it didn't have it in there, but as it sits on my hand a little bit, it's starting to come to the front. I have 2 more in my collection that I think are very close to Creed. Nobody talks about this one, and that's Gap Electric, established in 1969. I did not put this in here because where Aventus goes pineapple, this goes citrus. Plus, this has been discontinued and extremely hard to get, but this is a great smelling fragrance. Compliment getter, you name it. I absolutely love this fragrance. This is one of those, when it gets in the wind, it comes up off of your skin. It's just a beautiful fragrance. Gap Electric, established in 1969. Now, to the Mont Blanc. I'm having a hard. When you do a side-by-side comparison, the similarities between the Aventus profile and Explorer are less. Now, if you just smelled that without anything beside it, you would think, yeah, that's very similar to Aventus. But then when you smell it next to other Aventus clones, they're just different. So we're gonna say that, and plus it's the most expensive, so we're gonna remove Mont Blanc Explorer. Not that it's a bad scent, because it's not. It's a compliment getting fragrance as well, but it doesn't really, it's not really that close to Aventus. It's really not. So far, the Sensual Obsessions, the King of Kings, is edging out the Rich List. But the point and the topic of this video was, is the Rich List worth it? So we're gonna get to that in just a minute. Now, in the English Laundry, again, this is known to be a clone of Aventus. Does it smell good? Yes, but when you've got it next to the Rich List and the King of Kings, it really kind of falls back just a little bit. I have to be honest. Is this a great smelling fragrance? Yes. Is it a compliment getting fragrance? Yes. Does it give you that Aventus DNA? Yes, it does. And for $12 or $13. For $12 or $13. But I'm gonna have to put him over here to the side, because he's falling behind the Rich List and Sensual Obsessions, the King, as well. Oh man, that pineapple in the King of Kings is just amazing. Now we're going with the King, not to be confused with King of Kings, as I gotta find a spot to spray here. Get myself a nice little healthy spray. Now, this one has toned down the vanilla and toned down the pineapple, amped up the vanilla. That smells good. That smells good. I'll just go ahead and tell you though, this smells good. The King of Kings, the King smells good, but I think I like the King of Kings a little bit better. Now the question is, do I like the King better than I do the Rich List? And that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. If I had to pick a favorite right now at this moment of the Aventus clones that I have, I would actually go with the King from Sensual Obsessions if I was going to order one. Now, if I were looking for one and I was fortunate enough to find this in the store, which I was, but I wasn't looking for myself, I think you would have a solid, and I mean solid pickup with this. For $12.99, it's hard to beat. I mean, that's just being honest. They're both amazing. And I didn't put my Cremo, what is that? I can't even think of the name of it. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, man. That's what happens when you get old. What is the name of that? I can't remember, but Cremo made one as well that was an Aventus clone. Most controversial Aventus clone ever, because some reviewers said, oh, it doesn't smell anything like it. Well, it smelled like mine. That's why I said it. It's my nose, to my nose, it smelled like it. Nah, that's all I'm gonna tell you. But I can't even think of the name of it. But it's been discontinued and very hard to find, so I didn't want to bring it up or put it in this video because I didn't want people searching for it and then couldn't find it. This is really close to Creed Aventus, guys. I'm just gonna be honest with you. This is really, really close, at least to the batch that I have of Creed Aventus. This is almost, man, do I want to say 1-to-1? I mean, is it? This is tough, guys. You can't go wrong with either one. Again, for $12.99. Now, I can't speak for the performance on this one, but I can tell you this. I would buy 100 bottles of this at $12.99 before I bought one bottle of the new variations of Creed Aventus. I'm just saying, that's just me. Oh man, they both smell so good. Scent profile, this one may be a little bit better. It may, as far as closeness to Creed Aventus, they may have hit a home run with this, with the closeness to the smell of the fruity, less harsh, less birch batch. Now, I know some of you are probably going, well, Trey, what about Club, what is it, CDMI? I don't have that one. I don't have the Man Intense. I don't have it. So I can't put it in the video if I don't have it. I hear that's the best one and all of that. I get it. Some people say the opening is too harsh. There's nothing harsh about this opening, and there's nothing harsh about this opening. So this is what I have. This is what I'm going with. Nonetheless, the question was, is this worth buying for $12.99? And the answer to that question is indubitably yes. 1000% yes. For more than one reason. For one, this bottle is beautiful. Absolutely stunning bottle. I say get this one and the red one, because the red one is a Bach 540 clone. I say get them both. I'm going to send this one to my boy Razor, but if I come up on it again, I'm going to get them both and probably put them up here somewhere for display, because they're beautiful bottles and they look good and they smell good. And they actually, for what you're paying for them, you're not getting a alcohol down fragrance that just dissipates within a few minutes. They actually have a little bit of staying power. 4 to 6 hours before fragrance. That's $12.99. You cannot beat it. And that's just pretty doggone close to Creative Innocence. Now, performance. This one is going to be a better performer. And if you're looking for that top heavy pineapple sensual obsessions, the King of Kings is the way to go. All right, that's that. There you have it. That's it. The question was, is this beautiful bottle worth purchasing and adding to your collection? Yeah. Yes, I 1000% feel like it's one that you should get. Even if you have other clones of it for $12. For $12.99. That's like a Chick-fil-A combo now. Or a combo at Arby's. You're going to pay $10 for that, and it's going to be gone by the time. You're going to eat half the fries before you even get back to the road. Or to the road, as they say in Alabama. Before you get to the road, half your fries are gone. This is going to stick with you for a little while. So is the Rich List worth purchasing? Yeah. That's the third fragrance that I've smelled from the Rich List, and all of them have smelled good. I like them all. I like them all. Now, do I have them all? No. Will I be purchasing that one for myself? Probably. Razor, you're going to get that one though. Because I'm in no rush to get it, because I have both the King and the King of Kings, and I can wear all of them. And if I don't, as long as I don't spray them side by side, English Laundry London and Mont Blanc Explorer will give you the same vibe as a Ventus. As long as you don't mess around and spray them beside either one of these, because then you're going to be like, well, it don't really smell that close. And it doesn't. That's nice, man. That's nice. That's really nice. Whew. And my question is, if a company can put a fragrance in a bottle that looks this good, with a cap that's this solid, and charge $12 for it, what are we doing wrong in FragCom? That companies like Victor and Rolf, Dior, Paco, Chanel are charging us hundreds of dollars. And I get some fragrances are worth it, like Manceros to me, because there's an instant notice in the difference in qualities when you buy a fragrance like Mancera or Montal or even Amouage. But some of these designers, there's not really that big of a difference in the quality. So why are they charging us almost $200? Well, they crept their prices up to almost niche prices. And honestly, the company that I've been the most satisfied with so far is Mancera. But anyway, I digress off my soapbox so I can end this video. Definitely worth buying. Definitely worth buying. Definitely worth buying. Nothing wrong with English Laundry. It's a good fragrance, but compared to the others, it's less like a Ventus. Still worth the purchase at $12. And so is Mont Blanc Explorer. Good fragrance, but less like a Ventus. And the King is a really nice fragrance. You still get that pineapple, but the vanilla is amped up, making it a totally different style of fragrance between these two. But nonetheless, I like it as well. But if I were going to spend my money, if I was going to order one and didn't mind waiting, I would go with Sensual Obsessions, the King. The King of Kings. Or if I just wanted it right then and saw it in the store and just had to have it, I would go with the Rich List. There you have it, people. Champion. Definitely a winner. The Rich List. Definitely a winner. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here and edit this video, thumbnail it, get it up so you guys can see it and all of that good stuff. Again, thank you all sincerely for being the best part of this channel. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Look forward to see what we got coming up, man. Look forward to see what we got. But anyway, you already know the drill. Thank you for returning to the scene of the crime. I love you all, and God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.